Hello guys, welcome to BBC Highlights and News. Polish election, right-wing ruling party to lose majority exit poll. Known as PS, it is set to win 36.6% of the vote, with the centrist opposition on 31%, says the Ipsos poll. If that is correct, Donald Tusk's Civic Coalition has a better chance of forming a coalition. He is aiming to end 8 years of PS rule under leader Jarosław Kaczyński. The PS leader admitted he did not know if the party's success will be able to be turned into another term in power. Initial results give PS the lead, but they reflect small towns and the countryside which are party strongholds. A second Ipsos poll published on Monday morning reinforced its first poll on Sunday evening. Poland won, democracy has won, Ms. Tusk, 66, told a large crowd of jubilant supporters in what felt like a victory rally in Warsaw. This is the end of the bad times, this is the end of the PS government. There were roars as the Ipsos poll flashed up on the screen and Mr. Tusk appeared to loud cheers and chants of his name. Supporters appeared stunned, and election officials said later that turnout was probably 72.9%, the highest since the fall of communism in 1989. The Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe, which monitors elections to check they are free and fair, said candidates in the election had been able to campaign freely, but biased coverage by the state media and misuse of public funds had given a clear advantage to the governing PiS. We noted the erosion of checks and balances to gain further control over state institutions by the governing party, including the courts and the public media, they said in a statement. Polls closed at 21 o'clock local time on Sunday, but there were still queues of voters reported well into the night in Warsaw and Krakow, and into the early hours in Wrocław. A larger proportion of 18 to 29-year-olds had turned out to vote than over 60s, Ipsos said. PS was heading for 198 seats in the 460-seat Sejm or Parliament, according to the later poll, and would fall short of the 231 needed for a majority. It is unlikely to have much help from the far-right Confederation Party, whose leader admitted it had fared far worse than expected, with a predicted 14 seats. Mr. Kaczyński has painted his rival as a puppet of Berlin and Brussels, and vowed to maintain his party's strong anti-migration policies. Civic Coalition leader Donald Tusk has described the vote as Poland's most important since the fall of communism and vital for its future in the European Union. He has vowed to improve relations with the EU and unlock EUR 36 billion, PS 30 billion, of EU COVID pandemic recovery funds frozen in a row over PS judicial reforms that led to staffing top courts with judges sympathetic to the ruling party. If the two exit polls are borne out, Mr. Tusk's party has more chance of forming a broad coalition with center-right Third Way and left-wing Lewica. There were few smiles among PS party faithful in the minutes before the close of polls. We have to hope, Ms. Kaczyński declared. Regardless of whether we are in power or whether we are in opposition, we will implement this project in various ways, and we will not allow Poland to be betrayed. PS supporters put on a brave face, chanting Jarosław and waving Polish flags as the later exit poll suggested they had lost 37 seats since the 2019 election. A party spokesman told the BBC he was still hopeful of forming a government as the poll was just a prediction. Queues formed outside polling stations across Poland and beyond on Sunday. A marbled foyer in Warsaw's Stalinist Palace of Culture was crammed with voters, who snaked out into the square outside. The campaign was very strong and emotional, that's why there are so many people, a PS voter called Agnes told the BBC. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to our channel to see more.